So it looks like we've reached that point in Piggy where we have a character that we do not trust at all, but I think this character we have every right reason not to trust them. And the character we're going to be talking about today is going to be Budgey, why Budgey is so suspicious, and some things you may have not noticed about Budgey, which we're going to break down and also talk about Budgey's lies. But if you do enjoy today's video, remember to leave a like on it and feel free to subscribe for more. And if you want to show your further support to me, you can always use star code BIGB2 when purchasing Robux or Premium. So Budgey, yes, one of the contest winners for a skin to actually come into the game, and it feels very good the fact that Budgey now has a story and plays, I think personally, a big part in the storyline and something to do either with the insolence and definitely with the infection. Now, how did Budgey become such a suspicious character? Now, Budgey did not come suspicious only until I would say in chapter 8 to be exact. In chapter 7, Budgey was not suspicious at all. Budgey was also quite funny because Budgey tells us a story about the hand, how she lost the hand with a pool accident, and it just came off as so, you know, nonchalant and just so fun, at least, and funny to be fair. But we find out in chapter 8 through a note that Budgey was lying. Now apparently Budgey is telling multiple lies. There's even to the point to where we're not even sure if Budgey is even the captain of the Medora. Now listen to this. There was a note that was written by Bobby. Bobby is also in the radio room. If you don't know who Bobby is like a gray bear, and Bobby wrote a note saying she told us many different versions of the accident. We don't know which one to believe. Something isn't right with Captain, I'll say. Now this is quite interesting, and this does make us also think that maybe Budgey is the captain, although there's a lot of speculations saying that Budgey is not the captain. However, there are notes referencing the captain. So Bobby wrote this note about the captain, which the crewmates would consider Budgey the captain at least. And the different versions of the story of the accident, the only accident we can think about is what Budgey told us about the arm accident. Now do remember there was something in the Mr. Stitchy audio where it talked about her hand. So we find out that there's not many characters with missing hands, Budgey being one of them, and also another character being Ghosty. So this is interesting. I'm gonna talk to you how Ghosty possibly ties into this because both are actually pirate themed skins. So this is where it gets very, very tricky. So let's say Budgey is the captain. There is also someone down below in the blue container trap because there's noises coming from it, like someone banging on the inside of it, like Budgey has trapped someone in there. Now the reason why we come up with that idea is because there's notes that kind of dictate that Budgey did get infected somehow, and also Budgey feels guilty about something. So there's a note that is written that says, "I'm sorry, Captain." So it looks like Budgey has possibly done something, and this is going on the fact that, let's say Budgey is the captain. Now the infected were also meant to get thrown overboard too, but there's also another note that really ties in this too, because we do know for a fact that the captain also got infected, because there was a note by Kenneth, who Kenneth is also the kangaroo, which is also through the blue room downstairs, and the note says, "They got me. Next to the captain, I was the last. Look at that. I'm sealing this ship so she can live on. I failed too many people today, but I refuse to fail everyone." Now, this is where it gets interesting, guys. Now, typically they call the ships a she, but I am thinking that Budgey did get infected and maybe cut off her hand at least, and maybe Kenneth actually saw that and just sealed the ship. completely. So Budgey can live on and Budgey won't actually get infected at all. The fact that the note says, you know, I failed too many people today, but I refuse to fail everyone, that would show that there was one more person left. So I think in the very end, of course, Kenneth and Budgey were the last two to possibly get infected. But it turns out Budgey cut off her hand, or someone cut off Budgey's hand, and Budgey was actually able to get out, and then it got sealed down below. Now again, this is crazy. I don't know if Budgey's telling us this to protect us or anything, but we do know that Budgey is lying because Budgey clearly said that she got into a pool accident. I mean, when's the last time you seen a pool? I don't think Budgey was in the city, and that's like such a small pool. So we know that Budgey is lying. Now, how does Ghosty actually play into this role? Well, Ghosty is a bear. There is kind of a theory that Bobby is Ghosty, although they both are bears, but I don't actually think so unless like this evolves and Bobby like eventually turns into Ghosty, but I don't think so. But it would be a very interesting theory if, let's say, Budgey was not the captain and it was actually Ghosty, and Budgey betrayed Ghosty and locked him down below in the blue container. And who's to say that it wasn't actually a ghost before that? But we also know that Ghosty is also missing a hand. So this is very, very interesting, and I do think that Budgey does have something to do with the Eye of Insolence. Now, I did get tweeted a couple pictures about the Eye of Insolence is actually on the hat of Budgey, but I do want to say that is not the case, although it does look like it. There's not an Eye of Insolence on Budgey's hat. I think that would be like very, very like obvious, and that would be just because, you know, it's an orange ring. It almost looks like it from a distance, but it is not the case. So guys, what do you think? Do you trust Budgey? Let me know down below in the comments. I'm pretty sure you guys have some really good theories on Budgey. I mean, I really can't wait to read the comments. And also, how do you think Ghosty ties into this? So do you think Budgey is the real captain? Do you think Budgey maybe trapped everyone down there? Obviously. Do you believe Budgey's story at all? And is Budgey really lying, maybe to possibly protect us from something? And also, is Budgey lying to kind of lure us into a trap? We're gonna find this out. We're gonna get to the bottom of it somehow, but I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, feel free to leave a like and share it. Also, feel free to subscribe for more. And if you're new, and if you want to show your further support to me, you can always use star code BIGB2 when purchasing Robux or Premium. And I will see you in the next one.